At its core, tennis may be an individual sport in that there's only one player on either side of the net, but sit down and watch for even a couple minutes and you'll instantly notice that there are teams involved too. Players are constantly looking up to their players box for support, advice, or for someone to complain to. They run immediately to the stands after a big win. The most successful players know the importance of family. There is perhaps no better example than Roger Federer, whose support system is loaded. His parents raised him the right way. His wife can relate to the grind of being a professional athlete, and his 4 kids have provided an extra dose of inspiration to help him remain dominant into his late 30s. Here's a closer look at the family behind one of the greatest players in the history of the game. Hey tennis lovers, what's up? Welcome back to another amazing episode of Tennis Love. Number 1. His wife is a former professional tennis player. Australia is pretty important to Federer. Not only is it the place where he has captured 5 Grand Slam titles, but is also where he first met his wife, Mirka Nevavernek, as the two both competed for Switzerland at the 2000 Sydney Olympics. We spent 2 weeks together. That's how we got to know each other, and on the last day before we left, we kissed for the first time in Sydney, says Roger. Mirka, who received guidance from tennis legend Martina Navratilova when she was younger, won 3 ITF single titles, advanced to the 3rd round at the 2001 US Open, and rose to number 76 in the world. But she ultimately had to retire at the age of 24 due to a handful of foot injuries, but not before she and Roger had a chance to play together at the Hopman Cup. Number 2. They have twin daughters. July of 2009 was a pretty big month for the Federer family. On July 5th, Roger outlasted Andy Roddick in one of the greatest matches of all time to win his 6th Wimbledon title. Less than 3 weeks later, on July 23rd, Mirka gave birth to twin daughters, Mila Rose and Charlene Riva. For Rogers, having his kids and wife close by is a necessity as he travels the world and continues his playing career. I would be unhappy on the tour without them, he says. I would retire. It's good for my mind. When I come back from a match and I've lost, they're there and don't care if you've won or you've lost. It's great. Number 3. And twin sons. Almost 5 years after Roger and Mirka welcomed their first twins to the world, she gave birth to twin boys, Leo and Lenny, on May 6th, 2014. Finding a way to raise 2 sets of twins while perfecting your craft at the highest level in the world is not an easy balance to find. But Federer has somehow accomplished exactly that, and it hasn't gone unnoticed to other top players. I'm still far off from him, said world number 2 Novak Djokovic shortly after becoming a father in October 2014. With 4 kids, it's pretty amazing to still play at such a high level, and he does. I understand what an effort it is with one. Apparently having twins runs in the family. Federer's only sibling, older sister Diana, is a mother of a set of boy and girl twins, while his maternal grandmother was also a twin. Number 4. His parents met in South Africa and raised Roger in Switzerland. Born in Switzerland, Roger's father, Robert, moved to South Africa with a group of friends when he was in his 20s. That's where he met Lynette, who grew up in Johannesburg and was a multi-sport star. She played field hockey at a high level, but ultimately had to quit due to leg injuries. Roger and Lynette married in 1973 and gave birth to Roger on August 8, 1981. It was clear from an early age that he was a gifted tennis player, and it was important that the parents, who were both experienced players themselves, had the right level of involvement. It was also important for them to give me space and to trust my coaches. Parents need distance from the coaches, said Roger, but my parents still kept an eye on everything. Number 5. Roger won't push his kids into tennis. Roger's mom once said that the children have to put their hearts and souls into playing a sport. They cannot be forced to do it, not by the mother, the father, the school, or the coach. Taking a page out of his parents' book, Federer is making sure not to pressure his kids into following in their parents' footsteps. "I don't know if the kids are ever going to play tennis at a high level like that," he said. "Honestly, I think it all depends on how things are going to be when we settle in Switzerland and what sport they are going to take up. But I think for any kid, it's important for them to enjoy what they're doing, whatever sport that is." So guys, this was all about today's video. Share as much as you can. That really motivates us to create more content for you guys. With this, we end our video. Hope you liked the video.